Hi y'all, it's me Cherry. I missed y'all. I missed y'all so much because y'all know I love y'all. I love y'all so much, and I love that you're continuing to come back each and every week with me, so we can be able to finish our book. Hopefully, we won't have those problems with the technical things that happened last week, because this is a very serious book, and I don't take this lightly. Our book that we're reading right now is The First Mortgage, which is a beautiful, beautiful, uh, just a beautiful piece of work um, that's based off of our scripture. So let me show you that again. The First Mortgage. And like I always do before we get started, I always like to do this and, just set the mood for us. I'm outside today, but I just like it to smell good around me. I just love it to smell good around me. And as you know, this is my birthday season. I am an air sign, a Libra, a Cardinal. I'm just all that good stuff all rolled up into one. That's when, like I said, if you don't like me, something wrong with you. I always say that, something wrong with you. Okay, I got my incense because I want to, I want to smell good. And so I'm gonna get this ready. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna put it in here. And put it on her hand like I do. I lay it in there. I got a big one today, like I always do. Got a big one. I love it. I love it so much. And me blowing. And me, the air just a blowing. Whoa, whoa. There it is. It's out. And it's about to smell so good out here. I'm going to go ahead and just sit it in here. I'm going to sit it in here like that. And oh, it looks so pretty because the sun is going down over here. And I wanted to be outside. The first time I was in this chair. This is actually my rocking chair, and I love my chair so much. So when I did my one reading, and I was in the chair, and it was just a squeaking back and forth. It just messed up. It didn't mess up the reading of the book, but it just didn't. I just didn't like it at all, and I hated that it kind of skewed a lot of the stuff. And I got the bells here. Ring the bells. It's so beautiful. It's so peaceful out here. It's very peaceful out here. And so I'm gonna do this. And I really don't know how much longer I'm gonna be in this particular location. So I have to enjoy it as much as I can until I get everything sorted out with what's going on with my house. So had to do some running around today. So y'all pray. You know what? I don't even say that anymore. I don't even in my own prayer. I don't say pray that it da 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 da. It's just that I say let His will be done, cause it will be done. Cause it's to glorify Him, not you, not you at all. You are a tool. You are a tool. Okay, you don't know why you don't think you is, but you is. You are a tool. I don't care what you say, but that's like I always say, I have my opinion. It's my opinion, my experience. What they say, the American experience, the life experience. We all ain't here to experience the same thing, but it depends on how you look at it. So it's whatever. It's what they say. If it's up, oh, I love my Cardi. I love my Cardi. She a fellow Libra too. So she said, if it's up, it's up, it's up. You know what I'm saying? If it's up, it's up. What's up? What's up? So I did want to do this. I had put up a chart the other day, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this because I can tell you I know the decks and everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna read or anything. I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna show y'all a card, you know, and because I love the universe. I love the universe. You know, I'm spiritual. I'm just it all. I'm just everything. Just everything. Just everything. 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 Like what is you? Everything. 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 Everything in the continent. Everything in the spiritual realm. Everything. Everything. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. You everything too. If you want to be, you everything. You can be everything. If you want to be everything, you can be everything. I ain't telling you you can't be everything. I gotta tell you what I am. I'm everything. I think that's somebody I know here. I hope there ain't nobody coming looking for me. Oh, don't come looking for me unless you got some good news. What Eveline say? Don't nobody bring me no bad news. I ain't looking for no bad news. I sure am not. Got my card for y'all. Got my card for y'all. Let me put this back because I do not want to mess these up. Just want to just go real smooth and enjoy my time with y'all. I got a let's see here. Okay, change me prayers. Change me prayers. Divine beloved oracle card. So this is our oracle card. And I'm gonna read the oracle card to you. This doggies barking. They got doggies barking. I was telling somebody that I wanted to get me another little friend. Somebody I can like, you know, take care of because like I told you, my youngest, she just turned 21. And I'm an empty nester now. I'm an empty nester. And so changes usually at my age, and you're an empty nester and you don't plan on filling up your nest no time soon. So here's the card today. I want you to see that. It says creativity. Creativity. Let's be creative. Isn't that what we're doing here? We're being creative. Isn't that what he does? He's very creative. He's the first one we know about that's very creative. That's the magician himself. He used his creativity. That's why you're looking at me. His creativity. That's why you're looking at me. I'm his creativity. That's why you're looking at me. Because of his creativity. You can see me. Jerry loves y'all. And it says here, change me, divine, beloved, into one who honors my deepest creative passions and needs. Help me value the talents you have given, both known and unknown. Creativity. Look at that. Creativity. Let y'all read that. You want to pause it so you can be able to read that? Yes. Let me get that. I think you can you see that now? Yes. Creativity. Yes. So let's read about some more of his creativity. And y'all can, I wish y'all could see that. Let me see if I can move it this way. I'm gonna move it this way and put y'all over here. How about that? How is that? Sit up a little bit. Yeah. There we go. And I'm gonna bring this up. I'll bring it down to. Well, let's do a little far too down. Let's put it here because I don't want this to go out on us. We're doing such a great job right now. I'm doing a great job right now. So let me see. Yes, I get comfortable and look at that book. And we are going to read about him and his creativity. Yes, I love it. And my little legs crossed. Look at me. And my little legs crossed. There we go. There we go. Ah! Cherry, 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 cherry. Oh my goodness. I've been having a wonderful time. And I wanted y'all to see this. So I'll just sit it right. Well, I'll put it right here like this. You know, I love letting y'all see this. But I want to go ahead and let me see something here. I just don't want it. There we go. How's that, y'all? Is that better? Is that better? I think that's better. That's better. Look at this, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm going to get rid of that. I am going to get rid of that. That's why I've been going out dancing, having me a good time, you know, and just having me a good old time, dancing to the music, swaying to the music, dancing to the music, swaying to the music. Yes, dancing and swaying. Dancing to the music, swaying to the music. Yes, dancing and swaying to the music. Let me see here. Trying to get this back on here. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm always messing with something with this and making a mess. Trying to get this on here so right so it won't fall off. Okay, I'm gonna tighten it a little bit. Oh, look at the pretty birds. There's a little baby bird out here, y'all. He out here. He wanted to see what's going on too. He wanted to see what was going on. Yeah. That's it. Let me make sure I get that there. Okay. And then I'll bring it out here like that. I think y'all can see me. I think I'm going to have to bring it out like that. There we go. Now y'all can see me. Y'all can see me really good. And I can put it like this. And I think I can lay there. Y'all not going to get to see that. Y'all not going to see that. Let me see here. There we go. Okay, so I do have our place today. And let's bless our reading and let it bring you some type of enjoyment. And just keep reminding and knowing that his creativity, it is so wonderful. Everything you do, by the time when you open up your mouth, you have created something. You have created something for good. And remember that. It's always good. It's just the way you choose to look at it. Because he makes no mistakes. No mistakes at all. We remember that. So where we was at, in our book, we was reading, it's always Forbidden Fruit. Because that's the one we're on right now. But we was reading about Rebecca. We was reading about Rebecca, Jacob, and Rebecca. I believe it was Jacob and Rebecca. So let's read. Or was it Isaac? We're going to find out. We're going to find out together. Okay? So, oh, that's right. I wanted y'all to remember to see my face. To be able to see my face. So, I can read to you. Yes. Okay. I got light. I have light. Okay. It says, He then prepared a little meat and gives the old man some to eat, and this the blessing he obtains. What Esau loses, Jacob gains. Mm-hmm. Sounded to me like somebody stole something from somebody. And they know they was stealing it, but they stole it anyway. They took something that didn't belong to them. See that? Look at that. The picture. I love the pictures. They're so beautiful, but the writing in the print is so small. It says, Rebecca at the well. That's when she was at the well. And Jacob and Rachel. Let's see what happened when Jacob did what he did when he stole something that didn't belong to him. Let's find out what type of person Jacob is. Let's find out what is Jacob up to. Okay, let's see what Jacob doing. It don't seem like that Jacob be up to no good. Oh, was that Jacob? Let's see that. It was it. What Esau loses. There it is. Yeah, Esau the one who was supposed to get the stuff. But that Jacob. Let's see what he did over here. Jacob gains. Okay, so it says, "'Twas on account of what I've said that Jacob from his brother fled." So he ran away from his brother after he did what he did. "And made the journey all alone, and for a pillow used a stone." So he went on a rough patch. he had to get up and go real quick, didn't he? He had to use a stone just to rest his head off. Okay. I know y'all. Well, let me not do that today. I'm not gonna do that today. You know, he wanted to. You know, some people that had some rough roads to go through. And, you know, when you do something, you gotta go. You gotta go quick, and you gotta go fast. 'Cause they hunting you. They looking for you. They hunting you down. They hunting you down. Perhaps he heard his mother tell of her experience at the well, and went on to a well he came. He hoped that his would be the same. Because, you know, his mother, she came from, you know, the beginnings. You know, the daddy and them, they had, you know, money. But remember, they didn't have no teeth. No teeth. But they had hair and curls. Remember that, child? They had hair and curls. But she can't, you know, she got a, you know, a man with, you know, she came into, you know, a man with some money. Like I told y'all before, you gonna sell yourself to somebody. But we already bought and paid for. But it's like that's what commerce is. You gonna do something. You think you you think you belong to you, but you really don't. Okay. Be the same. No doubt he sat there hours and hours and watched the birds and bees and flowers, admired the girls that came in sight from early morn to late at night. When Rachel came along that day, "Methinks I heard young Jacob say, as off the well the stone he slid, I've come to do as mother did." But Rachel's father, it appears, required that Jacob work for years. But Jacob's plans could not be foiled. For 7 years, young Jacob toiled. He saw that girl he wanted, but her daddy wasn't going for it. Said, if you want my daughter, see, he knew the worth of his daughter. He knew what his daughter was worth. You want my daughter? You want mine? You gonna have to put in some work. 7 years before he can get his hands on her. Because his daddy, he wasn't getting through her daddy. You wouldn't be able to get through. We ain't gonna do that. But y'all know. He milked the cows and slopped the shoats. He did the chores and fed the goats. And then he said, I understand. I now have won your daughter's hand. Isn't that beautiful? Jacob and Rachel. That night the wedding songs were sung. That night wedding bells were rung. That night the groom and trembling bride stood hand in hand and side by side. The bridal veil concealed her brow. They pledged and pledged and vowed and vowed. And now imagine his surprise when first he looked down in her eyes. There's a plot twist here, baby. Saw not the eyes nor loving tears of her from whom he'd worked for years. Saw not the one he'd hoped to wed, but in her place he saw instead a weak-eyed, sore-eyed, aged girl. You can get that little fresh thing he wanted. I think, you know what? Now we know what he did, okay? How he ended up where he at. Had to work 7 years before he could get with this girl he wanted because she had a daddy in the house. Her daddy wouldn't let him just swoop his daughter up and do whatever he wanted to with her. Because he knew his daughter's worth. And by the father knowing his daughter's worth, she knew her worth. You see how it go? You see how it go? I keep telling y'all. We ain't even saying he's a honorable man, her daddy an honorable man or whatever. But her daddy there. And her daddy wouldn't just go hand his daughter over to this man. But let me tell you what he did do. Wait a minute. Now, okay, let me get back there. Jacob, you know what Jacob here did. The cause, you know how he ended up there. Now, let's see what happens to him. Where he thought he was getting what he wanted. What he thought he was going to get what he wanted. He ended up with a weak-eyed, sore-eyed, aged girl. It wasn't the one he thought he was getting there. You know he had to be mad. He had to be mad. Now, he done pulled a trick and took all his brother's shit. But then turned around and look what happened to him. So you know he had to be pissed off. So let's see what he did. What happened? Okay. Perhaps without a single curl Without perhaps without a single curl. So that means she probably didn't even have no hair on her head. Probably didn't have much hair on her head that I got on my head. Look at this. Look at this. That's my birthday hair, dude. I love my hair. Oh, man. I love that red. Oh, my goodness. That red. There's one guy, he say, oh. He say, that look good on you. I was like, I'm so. I say, thank you. I said, yeah. I said, this cherry new look. it's gonna, when it come together, it's really gonna be nice. I can just feel it. It's gonna be really pretty. Okay, so let me get back. Okay. No dimples. No, not even a trace of beauty in her homely face. I ain't gonna touch that one. That's a soft, spot for a lot of us, because when somebody looks like this and it's actually their natural look, they just about desperate to do anything. But so I'm not gonna touch that. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's really, I could probably do it another time, but not right now, not today. But y'all know, y'all could draw your own conclusion on that one. To work another 7 years, and in that contract it appears that Rachel then should be his bride, and on this contract he relied. It was a contract. He made a contract with the daddy. When you make a contract with somebody, then they renege on it. Let's see how he handled that. Because a lot of people don't handle that kind of stuff well. Let's see what he did after that. See, everybody don't handle stuff the same way. Because I'm going through something right now that I had a contract with someone. Have a contract with someone. And there's somebody, they slides in and undermine my contract. But 2025, the world we live in today, but it's one thing I know. If it's God's will be done. That's why I don't run around like with my head cut off, like a chicken with my head cut off. Because I know God's will be done. It has nothing to do with me at all. If people do crazy or fucked up shit to you, God will be done. His will be done. Regardless of the fact. And when these 7 years had passed, he got the prize he sought at last, and Rachel now became the bride. Poor Leah had to stand aside. You have to read the actual scripture to know what's going on here. So I'm going to give y'all just a little synopsis. When he wanted Rachel, which was the younger sister. The daddy said no. He had to put in work, 7 years for her. And then when he got to the wedding and everything, it wasn't her, the younger sister, the one he wanted. It was the older one. And she wasn't as beautiful as Rachel. So the daddy said, well, okay, if you want that one, you got to work for me another 7 years. Now, if you read the scripture, he done had kids and all this kind of stuff. So Jacob was a busy man. He was a very busy man. Because I think he ended up with more than just one. I think he was married to almost all of them before it was over with. And, you know, that's how he got all them babies and stuff. But let's see how it is when they put it in the first mortgage. You know, it ain't going to be, you know, it's not exactly the scripture, you know, it, you know, tones it down somewhat. So let's read, because it's starting to get dark out here, and I wanted to do this outside today for y'all. I love it. Okay, so let's read. Leah had to stand aside. So, you spend your time, you do what you do, Now, you stand aside. You go off with, and it's her sister. This the sister. This ain't like no woman down the street or a woman up the street. This is her actual sister, and she got to stand aside. Now all these contracts had expired, and Jacob now a third time hired. See, like I told you, he went. That daddy. When you do something to somebody, you do something to somebody. Don't ever think you gonna get away with it. This is what it shows you. You don't get away with nothing. People think people getting away with stuff. They do heinous, horrible things to people. And they really think they get away with it. Because you can't physically see something or you don't know about it. The magician, he is on his job. I don't care what y'all say. He is on his job. He stay on his job. He stay ready. But Jacob didn't give up because he really wanted Rachel. Yeah, he wanted Rachel. Now all these contracts had expired, and Jacob now a third time hired to Laban, and 6 years did stay, took all the spotted calves for pay. Hence Jacob studied all the laws to see if he could learn the cause, that on the calves would put the spots, the rings and stripes and threads and knots. Yes, Jacob did some funny tricks. He peeled the bark from off the sticks and put them in the trots, I think, to scare the cows that came to drink. He spotted calves come thick and fast. A gloom o'er Laban came at last. Hence Jacob felt that he had cause to go and live where Esau was. You're about to have to go, you're going to have to, what they call it now, double back. Come on and double back. Ended up there where Esau was. Now, he ran from Esau. He had to run away from his own brother because he knew what he had did to his brother. So let's see what's going on here. Now Jacob had 12 sons, 12 sons by those sisters, with the sisters. Now Jake, okay, let me read that, okay. The spotted calves. Now Jacob had a dozen sons, and from the way his story runs, while he, while he no doubt loved all the rest, I think he loved young Joseph best. That's what happened. He stole, he stole something that didn't belong to him. Remember always saying we gotta pay back. You gon' pay it back. You gotta pay it back. You gotta pay it back. You gonna pay it back. That's why I be like, I be knowing why stuff be happening to me. Some stuff you be like, daggone. But then when you sit and think about it, like, okay, yeah, I did that shit. You know, yeah, I did that shit. I did that shit. So you be like, Lord Father, please. He gonna whoop you. You gonna get what Cardi say. Cause you know I'm gonna bring up Cardi. Cardi got the best album out. I mean, that album is delicious. You talking about delicious. And if one thing comes out of that album, for me, I'm talking about for me, the wish that I would want, because you know she a Libra like me, and she an air sign cardinal. So like I always say, we here to balance that shit out. For me, my wish would be that women, ladies, females, girls, stop being trifling. No more being trifling. Just stop. That should be a thing we should start in 2025. Just don't be trifling. Stop being trifling and see the change in the world. Men ain't gonna change the world. Men ain't gonna change nothing. They barely change their draws without a woman having to tell them to. I hate to say that. I really do hate to say that. They will barely change their draws if we don't tell them to. So, women. And a woman, you can keep your panties on for days on end if you ain't having no stankin', no, oh gosh. If women stop being trifling, because you ain't gonna have all that, no body odors and stuff that women have. If they stop being trifling with men that don't belong to them. And you know what I mean by when men don't belong to you. When he's shoving it. You know, men, they like to shove it. They love to shove it. It's like that thing be moving on his soul. And if that thing want to twitch, and what he used to be shoving on, he'll find somebody because you trifling. You ain't took that nigga no clinic. You ain't even asked him for his math chart. But what you do as a woman, you just go ahead, you just know he already been unprotected. You don't even give it time to cool off before you hopping on it. Doing your thing on it. Moving your body all on top of it. Ladies, stop being so trifling. Teach your daughters not to be trifling. See how the world will change. How the world will get so much better if women just stop being trifling. And then men, you'll find out if I've been watching some of this stuff and they've been talking about them DL men. And you'll find out if he DL. Because if he gotta come correct, the way that daddy did, that Jacob wanted his daughter, if you gotta come correct, You'll find out if he down low, because he'll be over there with, you know. Then you know, oh, no. He don't really, he really don't want a woman. He don't want to see about no woman for real. He just want to get that thing moving, you know what I'm saying? He wanna get up in something. He wanna get up in something. That's what a man gonna do. He wanna get up in something. The king of Egypt. Oh, no. Let me see. Oh, I got a picture for y'all. Oh, let me see here. Because, you know, it's starting to get dark out here. It's starting to get dark out here. And I don't have as much light as I need. Let me see here. Because I want to be able to read this for y'all. I think I still got room in these eyes, y'all. I still got room in these eyes. So let me bring this over here like this. Okay. Let's get right up in here like that. Okay. I still got some room in these eyes. Okay. Yeah, he said, you know, Joseph. He had 12 sons, but he liked it Joseph. He loved his Joseph, because Joseph was by Rachel. You know, he had to do all that work to be able to get to her. So he had, you know, all them other sons, 11 of them by the other sisters. By the other sisters, he had to go through the sisters to get to, because that daddy wasn't having it. He wasn't gonna have it. You ain't just gonna come around here from wherever you came from and think you gonna pick of what I done did, what I done put out here. Now, if you want some, you can have this one. You can have this one. And then you gotta put in some more work, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do. But he stuck in and he got what he wanted. He got a son. But he loved his other children. But Joseph was the one that if he would have got Rachel in the beginning, it if he would have got Rachel in the beginning like he wanted to, that probably, you know, he probably would have had all his kids by Rachel. But the only one, he was so old by then. He was so old by then. By the time he got his hands on Rachel, that they were having it. And Rachel didn't sneak around behind her sister's backs either. I don't believe that ain't how I read the story. Sneaking around and behind their backs and you know, hopping on an outfit for her. Before her daddy told her that he could have her. She wasn't trifling the way you need to raise your daughters. Stop raising your daughters to be trifling. And see how the world will become such a better place to live. And you have to worry about your man being down low and all of that. Because he gonna know. He wanna be a family man. He wanna see about his wife. He gonna come correct. And them girls that they have, you have them daughters, and the little boy comes sniffing around, they know they're gonna have to come up against that daddy. And make sure he about the right things before they get their hands on your daughter. If not, click, they gonna you better not touch it. You better not touch it. And Rachel was trifling. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead, because it's starting to get dark out here, and I really don't want to have to strain today. And I just been running around. You know, it's my birthday season. So what we gonna do is I'm gonna show you the picture. Get that. Okay. Make sure you see that real good. I want y'all to see that. Yes. And we're gonna stop there, and I'm gonna come back, and I will be back with a new video. I love you so much, but I'm going to end with, I'm going to say this to you. When 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 do the right things, when you do the right things, it has nothing to do with doing the right things. What it has to do with if anybody got an answer for that, let me know. Big Cherry loves you.